Hi, communications friends. So I just want to go over what you're going to see this week on the page and what your due dates are and just kind of see if there's any questions overall. As usual, the Google Meet time up here, I am using one of my three Google courses, or not Google courses, one of the three of my Blackboard courses just to kind of showcase the content. Obviously, some of the things on yours are going to differ. You can see I've got the timing here. This is never going to shift, except for the Tuesday, Thursday, folks. We did move your meeting time to Thursday or to Tuesday. So just make sure you're clear on that. Again, welcome to join the Discord server. I've been popping some pictures and links in there just for fun. Kind of a way to keep in touch with other classmates, things like that. Just a note on your speech this week. Please make sure that you've got your topic in there. And if I have been going through and kind of, if you look at this as one of the links, you can kind of see everybody's topic. Courtney, I have no idea why this is green. I haven't been able to ungreen it, and I don't know what's going on with that. That is nothing specific about you. But one of the things that you will see is that as you put things in here, I have added comments. And please feel free, once you have addressed this, make sure that you kind of let me know that you have revised it in some way, shape, or form so I can go back in and look. But I'm trying to get into these as soon as possible. One thing, and I'm using Magdalena from the Tuesday, Thursday 11 as an example, people are typing in the sheet and for some reason it's not always coming up or saving. So if you come back and you notice that I've commented this is blank, it means that it didn't come through. I don't think that you forgot to do it. It's something, there's some sort of weird glitch, and I don't know if it's people who are not using Chrome or I don't know what's going on with this, but it's something that happens on a regular basis and I'm not quite sure why. So just letting you know that that is that's a thing to be aware of. And if you see this like XX, I want you to put in an age there or a number of some persuasion. So make sure that your topic is up. It should be up by now, but if you haven't had a chance to get it up by now, you really need to as soon as possible. As far as what's going on this week, your test is not due until the 19th. I am also in the process of moving the due date for the last portfolio. One of the things I noticed was that it was due before the final speeches. And the reason that I had done that is because originally the speeches were going to be happening next week and the week after because we would have had 3 weeks to talk about it. But because now we're moving it to the end of the semester, I've got to bump that second portfolio to the end of the semester as well. So I need to move that. I think I've moved it for one class. I need to move it for the others. I'll try to have that done today. Sorry for the noise. If you go into the folder that says April 6th through the 12th, you'll see this week's assignments. Again, I've got in the nonverbal communications PowerPoint, or slides. This is a continuation from last week. I did make some videos. This one is very jinky because I did it in my front yard while there were cars, but I wanted to illustrate the spaces. And then of course, my husband makes a guest appearance this week in the slides. As always, if this is something that you want to view on YouTube, you can click on it. And then when it's in slideshow view, you should be able to actually watch later on YouTube, so that's not a huge deal that you have to sit at your desk. Okay. This week this is a different starter than I normally use for this section. Normally I have you go out and like violate nonverbal social norms with people, but the only people you have available to do that right now are your family, and I don't want you making your family mad when you're stuck inside with them. So, and I'm petting a kitty to keep him happy here, to keep him from being upset. So instead I'm like, what do we have a ton of? Well, we have a ton of interviews by people who are not used to being on camera because of all these press conferences. So I'm going to have you go in and watch a press conference or an interview of someone being interviewed. The first time, I want you to watch it with no sound and watch their nonverbals and try to make a guess. That guess is going to be the thing that you put in there. Then I want you to watch it with sound. And then write up what you felt like. What were the nonverbals that were complementary and that worked? What were the ones that were non-complementary or that contradicted the nonverbal message? So what were the effective and ineffective nonverbals? If you can include a link to what you watched, that makes it more fun for us to be able to go in, because in response, we can go in and watch those clips and say, yeah, I see what you're seeing, or, I don't know if I agree with you. So keep it in mind, and I hope you enjoy that one. I think it should be fun. And if you can embed, if you're comfortable with going to the insert video, that's even easier for people to be able to click on and look. If not, a link is totally fine. If you run into any technical issues of not knowing how to insert a link into a discussion board or not know how to embed a video, just hit me an email and I will show you that process. As always, please try to make sure that you get your first post in here no later than Thursday so that people have a couple of days to comment. All right. Other than that, the other thing too is you've got your persuasive speech proposal. That is actually due on Sunday, so make sure that you are working on that assignment. But other than that, I'm trying to keep your workload relatively light, and as long as we're making progress toward our eventual goals. So you'll kind of see here, I've got your task list set out. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a wonderful week. It's supposed to be beautiful outside. Remember, work at home, school at home does not mean school at desk. Take your laptop outside. If you have that capability, try to get a little bit of fresh air as long as you are staying away from other people. All right, be well, be safe. See you soon.